Gotta remember to unmute myself. Hello! Good evening! Happy Saturday, all. Hope you can hear me just fine and, ready to get going here. I just had to fix some Streamlabs bullshit, so give me 2 seconds to collect my thoughts. But, hello! Welcome! Let me make sure I got my windows all up in order, and it looks like things are working. Let's see if we got audio happening from Ableton. We do. How pretty. Lovely. Alright, cool. So yeah, let's get going. I've got some tea. I'm a little terrified of spilling it on the synths. But we're gonna try our best, chat. And first of all, I want to welcome some new folks who have followed. I want to say hello to Retro MMO, who we raided last week. Hello to Concept Wife, who we met over Reddit when we both got in trouble with a moderator on small streamers. So that was a good time. Thanks for the follow. And hello to Kokolok, who has followed from, I believe, the Ableton Discord. Welcome. And thank you so much for joining us. And then we've got some folks from the Fruit Gang who I recently met through Concept Wife. Miss Barbo, F. Carl, OWSGT, OWSGT? You'll have to tell me how to pronounce that. The Penguin Bean, and Endless 5. Thank you so much for the follows and welcome to the community. We do music, we do programming, we program music things. And we break stuff, and we learn from breaking things. And right now we are working on this Max MSP patch, which is looking a little daunting for controlling synthesizers with a PS3 controller. The goal is to slowly make it a little less daunting today. And gonna hook it up to some granular synth, I think. And send the love out to Andremia, because they do lots of cool stuff with granulated synth. And you should all check them out. They are amazing. Alright, let's see, I am rambling. Let's get going here. Oh yes, and also this is a celebration because it's our first stream as an affiliate. We finally made it, and so that means that y'all can subscribe if you want to help support the channel, and soon there will be emotes for us to use, and that'll be good fun. Good things coming soon. Cool, so let's see. Open up some other stuff here. We've got some images of our PS3 that we're going to put in here. And what else do we got? Alright. I'm set up over here. Yeah, give me 2 seconds to just collect myself here, chat. What are we doing? First, let's get some sound happening. Let's go into presentation mode. Right, so we made some progress. This looks a little less scary. So I should be able to choose PlayStation 3 controller. We're going to send our MIDI over to the IAC driver bus and choose an output channel of channel 1. And we'll just start with Dorian. That's a happy little scale. And how about D? D Dorian. The radical D. Let's see if our stuff is going to play. We have to make sure we're turned on in Ableton here. Yep. I'm going to go into this patch. The granulator is a really cool Max for Live thing. Oh, shit. I got a notification. Hold on. Adam the college dropout is now following. Hey, thanks so much. Welcome. Welcome to our little community. Thanks for coming by. Super appreciated. I hope you have fun. Feel free to jump into the chat and introduce yourself. And, yo, what is up? Representing the Fruit Gang. Very nice. Which fruit are you? I chose raspberry. I was excited that that was still available. That's my favorite fruit. And, yeah, right. So, granulator. That's what I was gonna say. This is a really fun little synth. You get to drag some audio in here and then choose little tiny snapshots of it to play with, and you can pitch shift it all around and filter it. And yeah, this is something that my husband and I were jamming with earlier for one of our bands, and I'm gonna turn the attack down. Oh yeah. Super low in the octaves right now, but we're getting some notes. Oh yeah. Adam says, oh, I didn't know I had to choose a fruit. Grape, I think. Yeah, grape is cool. Yeah, everyone has to claim a fruit in the fruit gang, as far as I understand. I'm pretty new to the gang myself, so I might not be the one to ask. Nice! So yeah, stuff is working. What we have so far is, to anyone who's new here, is that the buttons on the PS3 controller are sending notes, so I can play a whole scale the same way that I would play a 6-button fighter. So, light, medium, heavy punch, and then light, medium, heavy kick, and then L1 and L2 go the rest of the way up the scale. Oh, where can Adam says, where can I find your music? Are you making mostly sound effects? Boy, we are all over the map. Join our Discord and I will drop a Bandcamp link in there. We have a minimal techno project. We have a sort of a horror movie soundtrack style project. We're also metalheads. Everything we do is a 2-piece though. My husband and I have been making music together for God, like 16 years. So we like a lot of stuff. It is all over the place. Let's go up an octave. Oh yeah, and so the D-pad, up and down, controls your octave. And left and right controls your velocity, so how loud the note is. Oh, thanks, Ethan Graved. Yeah, so that's our Bandcamp that's got all of our music up on it. Nice. Hi! Welcome, Concept Wife. Thanks for joining us. We're just getting set up here and playing this little granulator instrument with our PS3 controller. I play notes from the buttons, and yeah, up, down does octaves, left, right controls how loud things are, and we've got toggle mode, so that when I press the left joystick, I can play a note and it'll sustain, which leaves me free to do stuff with the joysticks, which is what we're going to map next. And select turns the notes off, assuming we haven't broken anything lately. Yeah, cool. So, let's get going on that. I think tonight we're going to be working on making our interface more pretty, because this is how it looks on the front, but on the back, it is a little bit more daunting. So, this is what a max patch looks like to anyone who hasn't used it before. It's programming for making music, and all of these little boxes talk to each other over the little patch cords, and it's good fun. So let's see, we're gonna map our joysticks to something, which means I'm gonna turn mapping mode on here, and let's figure out something cool. So what knobs would sound cool? I bet, let's go back over here, that if I change the file position, that would sound interesting. Let's see. The amount of spray could be cool. Just thinking to myself a little bit here. I really like that position in the file though, so I might not mess with that. Let's add some effects. I think that'd be fun. Let's go and add... What's a fun effect? Let's add some sausage fattener. I bet that'll be good. Oh, Concept Wave says, this is even cooler than I was expecting. And as mentioned, I was expecting this to be pretty dang amazing. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm still new to this whole streaming thing, but I used to be a teacher, so this feels like a nice middle ground. I get to teach things that I'm interested in and play around with music, and keeps me building things, and hopefully people can learn from it by watching me make stuff. Let's see. Let's make that more fat. That might be a little much. Let's find some more fun stuff here. Pedal. Pedal's good. Add some distortion. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. We can put dry wet on something, that'd be good. What else can we do? Reverb's always good. Let's add some nice reverb. Nice happy little reverb. I'm also a big Bob Ross fan. Thank you, Teeth Engraved. Shoegaze. Shoegaze in the house. I guess to properly shoegaze, let's put the reverb before the distortion. Oh yeah. Love it. Love it. Alright. So that's two knobs there. We can do dry wet on the reverb, dry wet on the pedal. What else can I add that is nifty? Suggestions open from chat. And thank you to Teeth Engraved, by the way, for being my first subscriber ever with your fancy little badge there. It's super appreciated. What else do we got? Oh, dude, Autopan. Autopan is always good. Let's do some of that. So I'm going to turn the phase all the way down. That means we can make this into a happy little tremolo. Yeah, we'll do the amount and the rate. Yeah, alright, that'll be awesome. Let's do it. Leave that down. Alright. So we've got mapping mode on, and I was kind of thinking about this. I think a nice way to make this mapping thing a little easier, rather than having to click these buttons. Oh yeah, we have to attach button mashing to something. We'll get there. We'll get there. It'd be nice if when you hit the start button that it kind of goes into mapping mode to like a pause mode, and then you could hit like up, down, left, right to map your joystick directions to things. And then I guess we'd need something for the mashing control. But yeah, we'll get there. I'm just thinking out loud. Alright, so mapping mode on. Now we turn Ableton mapping mode on. We click the thing that we want to control, which is going to be pedal wet dry. Let's put that on the left joystick X, and let's do reverb wet dry and put that on the left joystick Y. And then Autopan stuff, we'll do the amount on the right joystick X. We'll do the rate on the right joystick Y. And let's find something for mashing. Perhaps something like some delay. That'd be good. Though, I mean, that's not going to do too much when we're all sustainy like this. What'd be good? Maybe, ooh, let's get a little crazy. More Bob Ross quotes. Let's put a frequency shifter on the end here. And there's some presets in here. Yeah, let's do something like ring. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we'll do the wet dry on the ringing. Oh, hey, new people! Oh, spray, that's a good idea, Teeth Engraved. That might be good, too. I wasn't having a huge amount of effect, but, yo, Sarah, hi! Thanks for coming by! And F. Carl, hey, just saw you were on. How are you? Yeah, I'm doing good. We're just setting up our controller here so we can do some jamming with the synth. And, mapping the last of our things. We've got our joysticks mapped, and I have this cool little control in here so that as you button mash, it will actually turn a knob for you. Yeah, let's do spray, sure. I bet that'd be cool. I'm gonna go MIDI, and we're gonna map that there. Nice. All right, our mapping is working. Let's try it out. Oh, and I always... This is why we need to map this to a button. Have to remember to turn map mode back off. Hey, that does interesting things. Yeah! Dude, Teeth Engraved, thank you. That was a good call on the spray. Alright. Oh my, we have a follow. Well, thank you. Hold up. Let me see who it is. mfarm817. Hey, man. Thanks for following. I appreciate it. Welcome. So many new faces tonight. Oh, yeah. So Sarah says this program seems complicated, but yeah, don't worry about it. It is lots of fun once you get going, and feel free to ask questions if there's anything that you're curious about, or just sit back and relax and enjoy watching me break things. Yeah, let's try our joysticks out. So hopefully the left joystick here should control our reverb and our distortion. Oh yeah. And yeah, Adam, this is Ableton Live, but we have our PlayStation 3 controller hooked up through a max patch that we've been working on. I tried to learn it when I was 17. I failed then. Hey man, if at first you don't succeed, try again. It's never too late. And then right joystick is doing tremolo. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, that's all working. Cool. All right. So yeah, let's see. And yeah, if you'll notice, so check it out right here. What we're doing is the more often that I hit buttons, the more that this spray knob gets turned up, and you'll see the notes kind of jumping around here to different points in the audio. And that's why we start getting some new notes in there. Sarah says, Adam, now you'll learn by watching the Radical D. Yeah, I hope so. Seriously, like I said, I used to be a teacher. Ask me questions if you're curious about anything here. Sounds a little bit Brian Eno-y. Sarah says, I'm too tired for questions tonight, but I love stuff like this, so I will for sure have questions one day. Hey, awesome. You're also totally free to just chill and watch, man. I think it's neat to watch stuff like this myself. I like to watch Bob Ross, even though I don't paint, really. Alright, so let's see. One thing I'm gonna do is I feel like we could improve the range. Oh no! Oh no, wait, don't do anything. Okay, that's why we need our mapping mode to be easily accessible. Because Ableton freaks out if we send it too much data all at once in this mapping mode, and then it wants to remap our controls, and that's bad. But I think we could improve this, the range on our tremolo just a bit. Yeah, we don't need to go that slow. I think anywhere between quarter notes and 64th notes will sound cool. And probably we don't need to spray quite that much, but whatever. And yeah, just making our ranges a little more tight so that we have more control. Let's try that. That's better. Sarah says, my brain is mush, but this music is so relaxing. Oh, I'm glad. Teeth Engraved says, hey, you might want to come up an octave for the sake of the stream. This is losing some bass through small speakers. Yeah, good call. Thank you. I hope this is better. Let's try up one more, maybe. Hey, that's nice. Oh, yeah. Sweet. And one more thing I'm going to change is I want to switch the X and Y on my right joystick. I think that would sound good. I'm going to get rid of those and say that the amount is going to be on Y and the rate is going to be on X. There we go. Off, off, and yeah. All right. Update our range here. Yeah, let's go from half notes. Maybe up to 30-second notes. Yeah, that'd be good. All right. Yeah, that's better. I have more control on the X-axis than on the Y-axis. But I think that's just sort of the nature of this controller. It being kind of old. Nice. Yeah, that's all working. Cool. Let's work on our interface. It's time to make this thing pretty and make it a little bit less crazy to use. Because most of this stuff lives under the hood. Think of it this way. We're making a big old spaceship, and these are the controls that are under the hood here, and most people will not have to see them. Oh, and yeah, if you guys join my Discord, I'll be sharing this patch for anyone else who has a PS3 controller, and it'll be much less scary to use when it's done. So, here's what I'm thinking. Let's load a picture in here. And we're going to work on our mapping just a little bit. And so I think for that I need an object called fpic. So chat, here's where we start getting into the nitty-gritty of things. We're going to build something. And hopefully it'll work. We shall see. So I'm going to choose an image file. And that means go to my desktop and pull up this bad boy here. All right. And we're going to say scale to box, but fixed aspect ratio. There we go. Happy little PS3 controller. We're going to add it to the presentation mode. Close the inspector. Nice. bring this all the way up over here with the rest of our stuff. And now, what I want to do is make it so that when I click on the square button, I will see the note that's assigned to it. That, I think, would be a much cleaner experience than having to see this crazy bullshit. Sound good to you, chat? Alright, so let me see. How do I want to do that? First of all, we need to be able to show and hide some things. And this is how I attack any programming problem. It's just a matter of little chunks of things that we have to figure out along the way, much like playing a video game, which is what made me think it'd be fun to stream it on Twitch. So, each of these, you can see they're labeled at the top, square button, X button. Each of these is a note that we're playing with a button. And, I believe that there is a way, each of these is called a B-patcher. And I believe that there is a way to show and hide things in it to make everything a little cleaner. Let me see. Let's go into the inspector again. I think it's something in here. So there's ignore click, hide on lock. Alright, we might have to Google this. I don't remember how to do this. But that's all part of the fun. I will be Googling things on this stream. I will be messing things up in front of you. I am an open book, but that's how we all learn together. And in the future, we're also going to be doing some stuff with Ruby on Rails and with JavaScript and with writing plugins in C++. We will tackle it together, and we will all learn as I break shit. So let's see, we want to show, hide, well, let's say max MSP, cycling 74, show, hide, B-patchers. Something like that. Show, hide a B-patcher. Why, thank you. Yep. 5 different interfaces. How do I show, hide the B-patchers? I'd use this patcher in the inspector to give each B-patcher a unique scripting name. Alright, that seems a little intense for what we're trying to do. Script, hide, name of thing. Yeah, that could work. Alright. I'm with you. Smoother transition. Let's see. Oh yes, you can control a panel that's white and then change the alpha color of that with a line object. Can't fade the B-patcher itself. Alright. Let's see. We don't want to dynamically load them. We need all of these to be here at the same time. Alright, so it looks like this is probably a good way to do it. Let's experiment. So we need a little old object called this patcher, which is sort of the king of your max patch, or queen. And you can tell it to do stuff, and it'll tell other things in your patch for you to do those things. So, for example, I believe what we do is, first we need to give this a name, so that we can talk to it. Scripting name, Bob. Let's name it Bob. And now, if that is correct, I shouldn't have closed that window. Come back, please. It was script, hide, name. So we should be able to say, send a message to this patcher that says, script, show, Bob, and script, hide, Bob. Let's see if it works. Hide. Hey, it went away. All right. Show. Yeah, that's what we want. Awesome. Cool, cool. So what that means is, let's give these better names. So this one is going to be square button instead of Bob. Or maybe just square. This one is going to be X. This one is going to be, well, let's do them in order here. This one is going to be R1. This one is going to be R2. All lowercase. It's important to follow a naming convention. Otherwise, it's real easy to get yourself confused. And this is the kind of thing that I try to drop in to bits and pieces of my stream, is like these little programming tips that are outside of any language. It's kind of like as you play... Whoop. Sorry for the background noise. But yeah, it's kind of like when you play video games, you get familiar with mechanics that are common to all of them. Like, you're going to get better at platforming the more platforming games you play. You're going to get better at basic fighting game mechanics the more fighting games you play. And so in this case, I try to drop tricks that are outside of any language. So it doesn't matter what you're working with. If you're in web development, if you're doing hardware, you know, stuff like this is always important. So having a standard naming convention so you know where you are and you don't get lost is really important. For example, these are all going to be lowercase and just the first word of whatever the button is. L1, L1, and L2. Alright, that's all of them. And now we should be able to send messages to show and hide any of them. And we can do that even better by saying, we're going to use something magical called $1 here, which is the changeable argument. And this is no longer Bob. Let's just test it with square. And that's another important thing I say all the time. Test as you go, and test in little tiny bits and pieces. Because then if something breaks, it's easier to fix. So, show, no. Just the word show. Just the word hide. And if I connect these up, whatever I put into this message should replace the $1. Hide, show. Cool, works. So far, so good. We are showing and hiding stuff. So what we need to do now is be able to route that from clicking on this nice picture. That is my hope. First of all, we're going to add all of these to the presentation. That should be nice. And by nice, I mean incredibly messy for just a moment. But then we're going to fix that. All right. So now those are in the presentation. And then after we get this working, we are going to make some more music and make sure that we haven't broken anything. And let's see. I need a little more room. Let's pull this up here. And we need some more of these little messages. So we have, whoops, go away. We have square. We have triangle. We have X. We have the R1s and 2s. We have L1 and L2. All right. So just to recap, this patcher is like, you know, maybe not king or queen. Maybe that's not quite the right metaphor. It's more like maybe like an old-timey switchboard. And we can give it messages and it will take them to the right place. So when we send this patcher the word script, we're saying, hey, there's information coming up next. And then the next word here is going to be either show or hide. And that's what we want it to do. And then square, triangle, X, or whatever, that's where we want it to take the message. That's where our phone call is going. The object that we're interested in talking to. Alright, let's finish connecting these guys up. And we'll see if this works. Think that's everybody. Nice. Looking pretty. So now if I say hide, all of these should go away. Oh yeah. Okay, except for circle. I forgot circle. Alright. Sweet. Hide. There they all go. And then they all appear. Alright, cool. So now we want to be able to do them one by one. And we want to be able to do that by... Yeah, let's have it by clicking on the interface. I think that'd be nice. Though it might be cool to do it by actually clicking the button. Or both. And what we want to do is hide all of the ones that we're not interested in when we click on one. And in presentation mode, they're going to be stacked on top of each other. And then you will see some magic, chat. This should be fun. Okay. Just going to put these all in a big old pile right here. Boop. And I hope this isn't too boring for you guys. This is a little bit of the, like, we have to jam around and make this interface not suck for it to be usable. I've definitely learned that having a shitty interface will really interfere with your creativity. And this is a problem that Max MSP suffers from if you're not very careful. Alright, that's pretty good. Now, what we need is a couple of buttons. B for a bang. And I'm going to make it so that this button is actually transparent. Background color. Opacity, nil. Thanks, Teeth Engraved. Yeah, Teeth Engraved says nope, it comes with the territory. I appreciate it. Alright, so now we just have this little circle here. It's a nice circle, right? And I'm going to kind of fit it over top of this square button. Yeah, like that. Yeah, now we can click on it, and we should be able to trigger our show hide stuff. That is my hope. Let's make some copies of that. We'll do just these 4 first. Alright. So now let's get out of presentation mode because we don't want to see messy old cables in there. Whoops. Escape. 1, 2, 3, 4. There they are. Aha. The other one's hiding down there. Put them over there. Cool. So this one is square. When we click this, we want to trigger... Okay, so now we're going to get a little fancier here. Instead of saying show hide square, we're going to say $2. So the first piece of information we send in is either going to be show or hide, and the second information is going to be the thing that we are interested in triggering. I'm still figuring out in my head how I want to do this. We're going to see how this works. But this is the process, you know? This way you get to... Thank you, Teeth and Graves. Nice circle. Oh, boy. Friends to eternity. All right, let's see. But yeah, this is the process, you know? There's some trial and error, and we're going to inevitably fuck this up at some point, and that's just part of it. I really do think of it like it's a video game. You know how in Dark Souls you can die over and over and over again? That's just what happens. All right, let's see. So when I click this button, I want to show square, and I want to hide everything else. Thinking about the best way to do this. I'm gonna say trigger. Well, I guess we don't need that. Let me think. We want to say script show square. And then we want to say hide all the other things. So how do we do that? I guess what we want to do is say... here's a good way to do it. We're going to say send a bang, trigger, bang, bang. First we just hide everything, and then we show square. That's what we'll do. So first this bang goes to hide, and then the second bang goes to show the relevant thing. That should work. Move this over here. Bada boom. Alright. Hide. Let's see if that works. So when I click this, we should see square and nothing else. And it works. Alright. Nice. So we don't need this show anymore. But now we need this for our other buttons. But that should be easy. Connect that right up. Now instead of square, this one is X. There we are. That goes up to hide. And now 2 more. Boop. This one is going to be show circle. It's a nice circle. Teeth engraved says, am I the only person here right now? And at least I'm an enthusiastic audience. You are indeed. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. Script show circle. That goes right in there. This goes over to hide. And last of all, triangle. This script stuff is actually really powerful once you get into it, but it's good for doing simple stuff like show and hide like this as well. Bang to hide. That goes in there. Alright. So now, if I lock this and I click square, we see square. X. Triangle. Wait a minute. The triangle showed the circle. That's not quite right. Oh, that's because I forgot to type it in over here. Okay. Triangle. There we go. Circle. There we go. Nice. Much less screen real estate. And now you can see what notes are on each of your buttons. Huzzah! Alright, last of all, let's do our trigger buttons. I guess we're gonna need 2 more bangs for each side. Bang bang, as Cactus Jack says. Right. And we'll just label those. R2. R1. And this would be L2, and this would be L1. Cool. Yep. Let's connect them up. Select them all. Get out of presentation mode. Bring this up here. Bring these over here. Get these comments out of the way. Alright. Stretch my shoulders. Alright, let's see. So now we just need a couple more of these little doodads. Show R1. Show R2. Yep. Running out of space. And this is going to be L1, and this is going to be L2. Oh, wrong one. L2, L1, R1, R2. Cool. And these all go to this patcher. And then these all go to the hide. There we go. Doing a bit of grinding and leveling up today, chat. Gonna make this thing all purty. There. R1, R2, L1, L2, square, triangle, circle, X. Awesome. And now we can actually see what the scale is when we pick it. Nice. All right. Looks good. Looks good to me. I guess the other thing I would do real quick is let's just put these next to the controllers they belong with. That should be bring to front. So that's LX and LY. This is RX and LY. Bring to front. Nice. And mash can be in the middle. Bring to front. Make a little room. And then we'll just make sure we haven't broken anything. And we have a much improved little interface here. There we go. Cool. I suppose I'll put this in the front as well. Bring to front. All right. Yeah. That's good for now. Output channel can come and live up here. Scale can come up. Nice. All right, looking much better. Cool. Let's play some Lydian. Yep, that's all still working lovely. Sweet. Yep, that's all working. Lovely. I think that's probably pretty good. Little annoying that these are continuing to show and hide when we are in not presentation mode, but fuck it, I can live with that. I'm gonna do one other fancy little thing, and I'm gonna grab these sends and turn them into receives, and that way when we hit the button on the controller, we will also select it on the screen, like a boss. L1, da da da. Copy. And gonna make all of these into receives. We can just use an R for short. R. That's the buttons. Nice. Two more. Cool. There we go. Now let's drag these all the way over here. Whoop. No, not all the way over there. Come back. Thank you. Up, over, to the left. Alright. Square. Goes to here. Yep. Triangle. Goes to here. Circle. Goes to... Oh, it's getting a little messy. Goes to here. But it'll be worth it in the end. Yep, that's correct. Oh my god. Square, triangle, circle. Where's the X? There's the X. Yep. L1. L2. And then R1 and R2. Nice. Go back to presentation mode, save this, and I think... Nice. Now we can actually see notes and button presses as we play. Oh, hey, Concept Wife. I didn't see you were still there. Okay, so this is all so amazing to me. I don't want to distract you with a question. Oh, don't worry about that. But what got you into this project? How long you been working on it? Well, let's see. We've been doing this once a week, and I think this is probably the 15th episode. And, boy, what got me into this? Well, I went to music college and realized that I wanted to get into technology because I wanted to one day have a job. But I also wanted to, more romantically than that, I was learning how to twiddle knobs in the studio and stuff like that, and there was a point where I wanted to learn how to make my own knobs. And this was the first language that I learned to do that. It lets you build really anything that you can think of and want to put the time into. There's a lot of tools at your disposal here for it. And, yeah, so I think that's probably the best explanation of it. I've been playing in bands forever, but there came a point where I wanted to be kind of a nerd about it and learn how to actually just make weird instruments that don't exist yet. And I thought it'd be neat to do that in front of people so that people can learn, and it'll keep me productive, so I'm plugging away at it week after week, and there's just always more to learn, always more to figure out, and I try to share that with everybody so that I'm not the only person who's learning as I figure things out. But yeah, I think that's about all I was hoping to accomplish today. Now you can actually see these notes coming in. Hey, let's do one other fun little thing. I'm going to put an arpeggiator in here. I think that's going to sound neat. We haven't done nearly enough just jamming today. And I want more. Arpeggiator, go! Faster attack, faster release. This ought to sound neat. So an arpeggiator takes all of the notes you put into it and then plays them in various orders. And I'm sure you'll recognize the sound. Let's do that with, I don't know, a couple steps. We'll keep it at 1 octave. Oh, that got really kind of high, but yeah. So now as I hold down the buttons, it's gonna kind of scroll through them in interesting ways. Let's see. Yes, more jams. Thank you. Let's try Bach 16th. Ooh, that's nice. And let's try a different scale. We've been hanging out in Lydian here for a while. Let's do Aeolian. That's a nice minor key. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. And what's kind of neat is that we can also, we can assign these joysticks to more stuff if we want to. I'm going to throw a filter in here, because that's fun. Auto filter. Give it some resonance. Yeah. Make it MS2 with a little drive. And yeah, let's see. Maybe a little delay after that. Maybe that's too much. We shall see. Yeah, let's jump out of here for a sec. I'm gonna just pause this, and we're gonna map the right joystick to the filter as well. Frequency, right joystick X, and resonance, right joystick Y. Turn that off, turn that back on, and come back in here. And now we should be able to... Oh yeah! How's that sound? You can see right here, this is getting controlled by the joysticks. And at the same time, we are also controlling the tremolo here. Sweet! Concept Wave says, so cool, thank you! I'm glad you dig it. Yeah, you can really get into this stuff. Here, I'm gonna just fix the range on that filter a tiny bit. And I think then I'm gonna save this and call that a stream, because we've made some progress. And yeah, every week we just chip away at this, and I'm gonna be starting some new projects as well soon, so that we can bounce around a little bit when we want to change it up. And you know, just like people jump between video games here and there, we're going to jump around between different stuff we're building, but I hope to just build stuff from scratch for people so that you can see the whole process. When we started this, and all the videos are up on YouTube, it was nothing at all. We were just getting input from the PlayStation controller and trying to figure out where the fuck the buttons were and where the joysticks were, and we have done it from the ground up ourselves. And now it's starting to actually feel like an instrument, which is the goal. I like building weird instruments. Yeah, I bet that'll work a bit better. I'm going to take the reverb down. And then we can hear these notes a little better. Turn the release down. There we go. Arpeggiators are fun. Oh god, that was loud. I'm sorry, chat. Filters be crazy. We want to take that lower. We want the resonance to never go up that high again. There we go. There we go, much better. There we go. Yeah, that's doing fun stuff. So yeah, it's a good time. We're gonna keep playing with this. Get a lot of wacky shit out of just a PlayStation controller. And eventually we're going to build our own little synth engine for this. Though right now we're just playing every week with controlling different synthesizers and making sure that the controls feel good and are easy to use. So yeah, I think that's a good place to call it. Look at that. Now we can hit these buttons and actually see stuff happening. Exciting. Change our scales over here. I get easily distracted and into things. So yeah, let's call it a stream there. Thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. I'm glad you stuck around, and we got to build this pretty little picture that we can click on now and see what's happening in our patch. And it's not quite so scary looking now, and that was the goal. And we're making fun little arpeggio things with it. So yeah, thanks for coming out, and welcome to all the new people. I really appreciate it. Let's go and raid somebody. Let's see who is on. Raid. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's go raid Portal Walker. Time for midnight K-pop, everybody. Let's do it. Beat Saber. Raiding in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you everybody so much for joining me. This has been a lot of fun, and I will see you next week.